Hey everybody, I'm Ken Hutchison. I'm here with Adam Waheed. We're at Button Willow Raceway and we're testing the bitchin' Italian superbikes. We've got the Aprilia RSV1000R. We've got the Ducati1098S. It's about 110 degrees out here. We're sweating our you-know-whats off. But you know what? It's all in good fun, right? We're going to start off, we're going to talk a little bit about the biggest difference in these two bikes. And that is the motor. Tell me a little something about that Aprilia motor.
Well, Ken, the Aprilia motor, it's pretty flat. Like, it doesn't really make any power anywhere. You pretty much, to have it actually go forward at a good clip, you got to kind of keep the motor on boiled like the whole time and make sure that the revs are really high. I mean, it has a real flat mid-range, doesn't have much power at all. Like, for a V-twin, you expect like some kind of torquey hit, like on a, on the Ducati. But for some reason, this thing's just flat. Motor is definitely something to be desired. Like on the straightaway here, like the 600s and stuff were like pulling away from it. So I don't know what Aprilia is doing, but definitely they need to put some BHP in this thing and get it rolling.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there, man. This thing leaves a little bit to be desired. I felt it makes power very linear fashion, but, it would be nice if it had some kind of really aggressive torque off the bottom.
Yeah, like some kind of hit or even something like the 1098. 1098's got like some hit and adds some character to the motor. The motor on this is totally flat. It's linear power, but flat, no character, Nothing really distinguishing, from any other bike, really.
On the other hand, you got the 1098. This thing pulls like crazy. From the bottom end, through the gears, through the top, this thing, it really puts this bike to shame in terms of power delivery. I mean, it does roll-on wheelies. I mean, it's excellent drive. Almost doesn't matter what gear you're in as long as you keep it kind of close. I absolutely love this motor at this point in the test. How about you?
Yeah, I'm in love with it. I mean, the thing is awesome. Like, it's by far the fastest V-twin I've ever ridden on. I mean, the thing will pull up the front wheel on the power in third gear. I mean, you can come in a gear too high, come in a gear too low. I mean, it's fine. The only thing that kind of sucks, it doesn't really have any over rev. But, I mean, I've never really ridden a V-twin that does have over rev, and that's just like a small point. I mean, as long as you grab another gear, you're back in the meat of the power, and you're rocking and rolling,
Next up, we'll talk about the handling. On the Aprilia, this thing, it's been touted as being a very sharp handling bike. In fact, the factory version won Master Bike over in Europe in 2006. So I had pretty high expectations coming into it. And, I wasn't really disappointed. This thing handles great. Through the side transitions, through the S's in the back of Button Willow, thing's a champ. Holds a line like crazy. And I just think that this bike really gets with the program when you're going through the twists. You like the way it handles?
Yeah, Ken, like you mentioned, like the side-to-side transitions are the shining point on this bike. I mean, this bike literally, it turns from side to side so effortlessly. I mean, you just want to go right, you simply tug the bars, lean right, and you're going right. I mean, I would have to say that even the handling is so good, it's marginally, like the Ducati is marginally better, but not by much as far as side to side. As far as like when you're in the corner, the Aprilia is kind of lacking a little bit of feel, I thought. Like, I didn't feel as comfortable leaning the thing over in the corner. Like I said, turning from side to side, no problem, effortless. But when you're actually on your knee, like, the bike just didn't have a lot of feedback for me, and it didn't really inspire a lot of confidence, I felt a lot more comfortable with my knee down on the Ducati.
You put this thing on the deck, and it's going places.
Yeah, I feel it.
I absolutely love the way the 1098 handles. It doesn't feel quite as thin for some reason as the Aprilia, but it still is very thin. And when you get a lot of places to put your knees when you're hanging off, you got a lot of places to grip. And to be honest with you, I mean, it's hard to beat a bike like this.
It's very tough, very tough.